Alright, so I'm actually very disappointed in this this O2 housing. I think I'm gonna need to get it resurfaced because it's in fucking horrible shape. So I went and I cleaned it up. It looks pretty good now. I'm trying to round out the crappy porting job there is. Trying to smoothen it out a little bit. And well, I was resurfacing the flange with the disc, and this is what I found. So you can see some erosion here. That's not gonna seal good. Look at that. Looks like a little tunnel carved into there. It's fucking horrible, and it's pretty deep too. Because see, like I said, when you port, when you're porting something, when you're opening something up, you're losing like sealing space, you know, the flange material, and then this is what happens. There's not enough stuff to seal it, you know, and it blows easily. So hopefully, I don't know, that's kind of deep. I don't know why it's so deep. They didn't port it very well. That's, you know, I may not use this. I may have to find another one. Shit. I mean, it's too bad because it saved me a lot of work. They opened it up a lot, like a whole lot. But I'm very disappointed in the quality of their work, you know, and how the shape of this thing is. And I paid like extra money for this. It's eroded a little bit. You can see some erosion here. See? No bueno. Here it's a raised spot. It's kind of weird. Here, there's that pit I was showing you earlier. Here it's starting to erode a little bit. So whatever, I mean, this thing was like leaking big time, and like the exhaust gases were just eating through the flange. This resurface, that's a no-go right there. Hey, HadesOmega here, and so let me tell you a quick story. I'll probably tell it again later, but so I couldn't get this thing resurfaced. And so what I did is I borrowed one of my friend's belt sander, and I ran that belt sander through the sucker as good as I could. And it took out the pitting. It took out that little channel. It was, I believe it was right here. It's all gone now. Oops. Yeah, it was like right there. It's gone now. Now the only problem is there's just some like pitting here, but I think it'll seal with some pretty deep too. It'll seal with some whatchamacallit, copper gasket spray. So what I've done now, since I don't know if this thing is flat anymore, since I sanded the crap out of it, taken a Sharpie here, a king size Sharpie, and I've blacked out the flange. So and then what you do is you take it and you run it over a flat edge with a sandpaper, and then you can see if it's flat or not. Like it won't be dark in some sections, and it'll be darker in some other sections. I mean, the ink will still be there. So yeah. So what I learned this trick on the interweb is they said you use mechanics blue. That's what you use to check for like that, you know. It's like to check like low spots and high spots and stuff. So we're gonna go rub this on here on this table. This table's supposedly flat, I hope, and we'll see if it's flat or not. When I did the belt sander, it seemed like the flange is warped, but we'll find out. Okay, here it goes. see there? It's it's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. Looks like, yeah, it looks like the edges are normal. It's flat for the most part. Okay, so there it is. So I put it under a brighter light. It's pretty much flat, so I did a good job resurfacing it. I can tell it's a little bit higher. Yeah, it's a little bit higher on the edges than it is on the inside. But other than that, it looks okay. If it is warped, it's not if it is warped or not flat, then it's not that big a deal. So I'll just go sand this thing a little bit more, and then that'll be it. Yeah, this sandpaper is really hard to hold in a table. So, I mean, the thing that scared the mechanics, not the mechanics, the machinists away, is this right here. This is not, you know, this gets in the way. They can't put it on their machine properly. It's not fucking rocket science, jeez. So, take a look again, quick. And pretty much all the black is off, so for the most part it's straight. It's not warped or anything. And it could be better, but I'm pretty sure it's not totally flat, you know, but it's good enough to pass. So I'm gonna say that's good for tonight. All I have to do is run the resurfacing disc on it, and I'm gonna throw it on the turbo and spray. I'm gonna spray it like a shit ton of copper gasket spray all over this. I have to clean this still. This is pitted kind of bad, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. The gasket should seal it. HadesOmega out. So that's how you can check and see if your flanges are flat or not. It's one way, besides using a straight edge. I don't think a straight edge would be very good on this anyways. The holes are so damn big. Also, I'm going to smoothen out these the porting on this with the grinding stone. I'm not going to use the fucking the carbide bit. That thing makes a big mess. But yeah, so Sharpie. The sandpaper, I already put the sandpaper away, and like a flat surface, and then you just rub it on there flat, and you can tell if your flanges are flat or not. And for this for the most part is, I mean, I can see it's still a little bit black here, and it's a little bit black here, so, and a little bit black. No. Yeah, it's a little bit black here and here. So I mean, it's a little bit crooked. It's not totally flat, but hopefully when I do the disc, I made the wrong comment earlier. So it's darker here and here. That would mean these are low spots, and these are high spots here. So what we want to do is we want to like try to sand this down a little bit. This area and this area are a little higher. Yeah. But other than that, it should be good. It's not off by a lot. So yeah, I had it backwards before. These are high spots. The less dark spots are high spots, and the dark spots are lower spots. And yeah, who knows? It might actually be warped. You know, this thing gets really hot. All right, HadesOmega out. Hope you learned something.